Learn how your mind is influenced without you knowing it. Unlocking the power of priming. Hello, I am Juan Navarro. This is Advanced Quality Programs, and I invite you to explore the quality philosophies and concepts to apply them to our everyday life. Aristotle Onassis said, "It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light." As we begin the new year, there might be a tool that we can use to achieve our New Year resolution. Priming in psychology refers to the phenomenon where exposure to one stimulus influences our response to subsequent stimulus, often without the conscious awareness. This effect can be either positive or negative, depending on the relationships between two stimuli. For instance, we might recognize one word, like for example, nurse, more quickly or faster after relating it to the word doctor. On the other hand, if we see the word bread, we might take some time to recognize it. Priming can take many forms, such as perceptual, associative, repetitive, positive, negative, emotional, semantic, or conceptual. Priming involves different mental processes like recognizing words and paying attention. Priming works best when the things we are exposed to are in the same form, like both being visual or both being verbal. However, it also happens between different forms or related words. Priming has that big impact on stereotypes because paying attention to a certain response makes it happen more often, even if we don't want to do it. This is automatic. This is an automatic process and means that traits we use often or recently, like saying stupid or friendly, can shape how we see behavior, often without knowing it. Positive priming speeds up the processing, while negative priming slows it down. Positive priming happens just by experiencing the stimulus, even without us being aware of it, and it is thought to be caused by spreading activation. Negative priming occurs when we experience the stimulus and then ignore it, which might be explained by the distractor inhibition and episodic retrieval model. Perceptual priming is based on the form of stimulus and is enhanced when the early and the later stimuli match. Conceptual priming is based on the meaning of the stimulus and it is enhanced by tasks that involve understanding the meaning. For example, table primes chair because they belong to the same category. Repetition priming, also known as direct priming, is a form of positive priming where one stimulus is processed more quickly upon repeated exposure. This effect is seen in tasks like lexical decision tasks, and it is explained by theories such as facilitation. Semantic priming occurs when the prime and target are from the same semantic category and share features. For example, dog is a semantic prime for wolf because they are similar animals. This effect is thought to work through spreading activation within association networks. Morphes can also prime complete words and include them, such as psych priming psychology. Associative priming happens when the target is a word that frequently appears with the prime but is not necessarily related in meaning. For example, dog is an associative prime for cat because they often appear together in phrases. Context priming is a similar effect where the context speeds up processing for likely stimuli, which is useful in reading text, for example. Response priming involves showing the prime and target very quickly, one after the other, usually less than 100 milliseconds apart, and linking them to motor responses. This can cause conflicts if the prime and target require different responses, affecting our motor behavior. Max priming happens when the prime word is hidden by symbols to make it less visible. This helps study automatic activations without us being aware of them. Mask priming is considered purer because it removes strategic decision making. An example for this priming is where similar but not identical words are used. Kindness priming happens when experiencing an act of kindness makes it easier to activate positive stimuli and increases resistance to negative stimuli. Affective priming involves evaluating stimuli based on emotional context. Emotions can also prime other emotions. For example, making neutral pictures seem more pleasant after seeing unpleasant ones. Cultural priming, finally, uses cultural knowledge to change how people think. It is used in cross-cultural and social psychology to understand concepts like cultural frame, switching, and self-concept. To achieve any target or New Year resolutions, it is better to focus on the solution. Help your brain to set the right mindset for finding the path. As Milton Berle said, if opportunity doesn't knock, build that door. Create the solution and check the alternative reality in your mind so that you can actually hit the target in the future. And that's all for today's episode. I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to share with family, with friends, with acquaintances, and people you may think will be valuable information. And thanks for all your ratings in Amazon and Goodreads, to the books Life Quality Projects, to Principles of Quality. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you get the notification of the next episode.